Hi, my name is Adrian Reed and I'm here at Fort Lauderdale at the Building Business Capability Conferences, one of the largest global gatherings of business analysts. And I'm joined by colleague and friend of Vince Mirabelli, who I've known for a number of years. And I wasn't able to make your talk today or your session because we were speaking at the same time.
I mean, Adrian, it's your loss, but that's okay.
I'm sure that's true. And so I know your session covered a number of things, including customer journey mapping and empathy mapping. And one passion I know we both share is about the importance of the analysis that happens before the project.
Yes.
So if you were to give like a summary to someone who hasn't been at your session of the key points, what would those key points be?
So to me, the importance of this session was actually the stuff that comes before we even get into the project. I had this question come up today, like, when are we doing this work? And the reality is these tools, the empathy map, the journey map, understanding who your customer is, being able to prioritize the things that are going to be the best in delivering on those needs or those pains and those gains. This is all the stuff that happens before any of that analysis happens.
Yeah.
So the first thing we need to be able to do is understand who our customers are. So to me, empathy mapping is all about getting insights.
Yeah.
Getting into what are those pains, what are their needs, and then using those needs to build on the insights. So think of like the Maslow's hierarchy, right? What is their most basic need? And then how do we give it to them?
And if someone's not come across the empathy map before, and I know there are various flavors of it, but you use a really nice version. What is an empathy map? How could someone start to use it?
So an empathy map takes a customer persona. In the case of the workshop that I did today, I created a persona. Purple Cap the pirate, but
fantastic.
Whatever. But it takes that persona and it looks at what are some of the things that they say, think, hear, and feel about you and your business and your process, and just generally, what are some of the things that they go through? It then identifies their pains and their gains. What are the pains that they want to address? What are the gains? What are they looking to get out of engaging in business with you? And really, the outcome is insight into your customer.
Yeah.
It's understanding who they are at a segment level, and so you may have multiple personas, you may have multiple customer segments, but it's about understanding who they are and how you can best engage with them.
Yeah,
right?
and it's really interesting because like I'm thinking about that, and a question some people might have is, and how does that fit into, say, customer journey mapping?
Right. So we would then take that persona, that customer, and then map out their journey, right? And that's why it's important that you clearly articulate who your customer is up front. Again, you may have multiple, but the journey of a 70-year-old man may be different than that of a 24-year-old woman. Their journeys are different. Their needs are different. Mm-hmm. And so you need to be able to articulate that. Now, from a business perspective, you still want to be able to satisfy both of them, right? If you want both of them as your customer, you need to figure out how to engage with them.
Yeah.
But how you do it may be different. The 24-year-old woman, you may want to use things like social media and Instagram and whatever. That's how you're going to connect and start them on your journey. The 70-year-old man, you may want to go to more traditional channels, radio and newspaper and whatever. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, Adrian.
Yeah,
but I'm just trying to draw the distinction. So once you get them into your journey, you want to then be able to identify at which touch point are you making it difficult for them to do business with you. At the end of the day, we are in the business of getting money from our customers. Right? And the best way to do that is to make their journey, to make their experience easy.
Yeah,
right?
and so when you're saying that, and I know this is another area where you've got a whole wealth of knowledge, but processes.
Yes.
In your view, how does a journey differ from a process?
So, I'm gonna give it to you the way that I describe it in my workshop. We're all, as BAs, we're all familiar with process mapping. Probably way too familiar and to a fault. But a process map is an inside-out view of how you do business.
Yes.
A journey map is the outside-in view. So it's how does the person, the persona, the customer, what do they go through in order to engage in business with us?
Yeah.
When you overlay the two, That's where the real magic is. So if you can take that journey map and identify the pain points and then overlay that on your business processes, it tells you exactly what process you need to fix to actually make their journey better.
So it then becomes much more executable, and it actually delivers something that the customer will value and hopefully rave about. So,
exactly.
So fantastic. So I'm sure that people will be interested in what you've had to say. So if people want to stay in touch with you, Vince, how can they get in touch with you?
I am all over. I'm not as all over the place as you are, Adrian. You're like Mr. Twitter. I'm on Twitter, but I cannot hang with you. But I'm on LinkedIn, and probably the best place is just to check me out at my website, www.vincentmirabelli.com,
which is on
my shirt. Yes, it's on my shirt. So that's probably the best place, and that will take you up to YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and all of it. I'm everywhere.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much for taking the time, Vince. Always a pleasure to speak to you.
You got it, man. Thank you very much.